true. I do what I want. I got nothing to prove. I love this.
Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys the whole process on making vinyl graphics. Starting from creating the image all the way to what you guys are probably here for, how to install the vinyl graphics. Now, some people might think this is a complicated process, but it's really not. It's much easier if you have someone to show you, to guide you step by step once you buy your software and hardware and everything, and learn it that way. But I had to do it the hard way and figure out everything on my own. So if I could do it, then you guys can definitely do it. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this video, I chose to use this dragon because it's pretty much an intermediate project. There's a decent amount of lines, curves, things of that nature. Now the program I am using currently is FlexiSign 8. FlexiSign to me is one of the best programs you can use for cutting vinyl. It's very versatile. FlexiSign 8 is very similar to Adobe Illustrator, which I also use when I need to do certain extra things to an image. I use that and then bring it over to FlexiSign to clean it all up and do everything from there. Now you don't have to do this, it's just a preference. And I also chose FlexiSign because all of the hotkeys and shortcut keys are very similar to Adobe Illustrator. So if you're familiar with Illustrator, you'll be able to use FlexiSign 8 without pretty much any help. Also too, as you can see down here, you can get these keyboard stickers for $7 on eBay. These here represent all your hotkeys. All they are is stickers that you simply stick onto your keyboard. They tell you what your hotkeys are. Very useful. It speeds up your project by a lot of time when you learn to use your hotkeys. The vinyl plotter I use for most of my projects is the Vinyl Express R Series 2. Now this is a 30-inch plotter. Keep in mind though, it states that it's 30 inches and you have your 30-inch media right here, but the blade left to right goes about 28 inches, because as you can see the blade is here, your components are here, so you have a good 2 inches of space that cannot be cut, but it will go all the way over to about a ½ inch this way. So you have about 27.5 inches of media you can cut lengthwise, and this plotter here can track roughly around 5 feet long before it runs into any issues because of the amount of RAM it has. So the bigger the project, the more intricate it is, you're going to run into issues. But again, this plotter only costs $200 to $250, and it comes with the stand, 5 rolls of vinyl, blank license plate, blank corrugated board, transfer tape. It comes with everything you need to start pretty much a vinyl graphics business. I started my whole vinyl graphics business off of this one plotter, and I used the money it made me from the first initial 5 rolls that it gave me to build from there, to buy all my other colors, to buy another plotter, to buy my heat press, to buy the vinyl for the heat press, because there are different vinyls for different things. You have your vinyl for your shirts, you have your wall vinyl, and then you have your sign vinyl, your outdoor vinyl. Wall vinyl is removable and can be removed from walls without damaging it. Now if you put outdoor vinyl on the wall, you will ruin it. Now our plotter is set up and ready to plot our new design.
I worked my fucking ass off.
Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. like a fucking man, with both hands tied behind my back. I climb this whole shit and make it back. No matter what you see and what you do, chasing bullshit will fucking kill you. Some people say, why me? And I'm like, fuck that, why not me? After all the shit I've been drugged through, that's a definite, no probably. What you think, it's the lottery? Like luck and a little bit of magic are the only things that got me from over there to where I wanted to be? Fucking always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. I worked my fucking ass off, and there was never a paycheck because, you know, I'm a young artist with heart, with passion and honor and all that fucking shit that I have inside me. I'm not like worked up. I'm just casually saying I'm willing to fight you in your front yard. So it's like, well, did I get it? And they're like, ah, you're close. I'm living the fucking dream. Like, fuck everything. I don't care if I don't know what I'm doing. I don't care if I don't know taxes. I don't care if I don't know how to set up my fucking business. I don't know how to get trade. I don't care. I'm gonna fucking do it. It's 3 a.m. I'm alone, and I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, but I'm trying my best. We're here because we're fucking honest, and we do what the fuck we want, and that got us. And I promise you guys, I'm not gonna fucking sleep, I'm not gonna lift, and I'm not gonna eat until I fix this shit. And I'm sorry, you're not that fucking badass, bro. Like, you might think you are, but you're not really that fucking badass. Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. Always going big, yeah, you know the kid. Call me Haymaker. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Everybody's aware of that, right? Like, you think people give a fuck about you? Like, you think your girlfriend gives a fuck about you? You think your fucking boyfriend gives a fuck about you? You think your friends give a fuck about you?
Okay, so now we're at the final part, which is obviously how to install the vinyl graphic. Now, I chose to put it right here above my other ones just because it's an easy to access area and easier for me to shoot this on video and show you guys how to do this step. First time I installed vinyl, I was mother effing up and down. I couldn't figure it out. It was driving me crazy, screwed it up, had no idea. Once I learned this method, there's 2 install methods, actually 3. You have your top hinge, and then you have your mid hinge, and then your wet install. Now this here we're going to be doing dry, but when you do it on anything like outside plastic or metal or anything, you're going to do the same thing you do here, except you're going to use a spray bottle, such as this one, and you're going to fill this up and put 10 drops of Dawn dish soap in it. Alright, so this is for anything that you do outside, like on a car. And you're going to do the whole thing we're doing here, but you're going to spray the substrate, the area that you're putting the sticker on, and then the back side of the sticker, and then you're going to install it and squeegee all the water out, and I'll explain that as we go through. So this way here will teach you both. So the first thing we want to do is get our vinyl graphic. Okay, next we want to find the area we're going to be placing it in, which is right here. You're going to need a squeegee, alright, or driver's license, credit cards, 2 of them preferably stacked together to make it stiffer. A pen for your lines to mark your measurements, and then blue tape because it'll remove off the wall without destroying anything, without ruining the wall. And now this method is the top hinge method. What we're going to do first is we're going to center it. Well, I'm not too worried about it being centered, but normally you would center your image. Is just to hold it up. Do that there. And then this here. Now the reason why we do this rather than put it all the way across is because now we can take our measurements and adjust accordingly. I don't know where my measuring tape is. Now we know here and here are even. So what we want to do is bring it to the closest measurement. And this one is at 14.5. So now, actually that one's at 14.5. Now if it wasn't, you'd take this down and bring this down to 14.5, or take this side down and bring it, and that gives you a perfectly straight image. Now that we have our image hung, now we can begin to make our hinge. I usually do 2 layers of tape overlapping. The first stretch of tape is going to go halfway onto the vinyl and then halfway onto the wall being your substrate. Next, well, this one I'm going to do 3 because I missed it, so I'm going to go halfway under this one and then halfway over it. Overlapping by 50%. Now the thing I didn't think about here is going to install it. The shitty part, because we have nowhere to tape it up top to hold it. Okay, so now that we have this here, I like to run down it one more time to make sure that this vinyl graphic is stuck to the transfer tape. The top layer of paper you guys seen me apply earlier, that is the transfer tape. That's what transfers the vinyl from the paper to the wall. So now we're simply gonna put this in our mouth and then peel up on this. No rush, be nice, gentle and easy, and you'll see the vinyl is staying to the transfer tape. Once you get it all the way up, gently pull your paper out. Oh, whoa, see, that's why you gotta be careful. And then slowly bring this down, not allowing it to touch the wall. You want the squeegee to do the work. Start from the middle. Try and drop this down so you can see. Start from the middle, come to the outsides, and work your way down. Let the squeegee push the vinyl to the wall. And what this does is this pushes all the air out from underneath it and makes it so there's no air bubbles, and then you have a perfectly installed vinyl image. This is the best way to do it. You pretty much cannot mess it up if you're slow and patient. And again, when you push down, that's what's gonna put the vinyl to the wall. Do not let the vinyl touch the wall until the squeegee pushes it there. Because then if the bottom hits the wall before the top does, now you have a pocket of air in between and the vinyl stuck to the wall, so you're not going to be able to push it out. So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. You just want to focus on the graphic part itself. You don't really have to worry about all out here, as long as the graphic is touching the wall like such. Now, in this moment, I give a once-over because now we're not worried about the image sticking to the transfer tape. Now we want the image to stick to the wall. Now, normally I don't need to, but you can get bubbles. Well, I'll explain that in a second, actually. Now we can go ahead and pull our hinges off. Okay. Now at this point you have another option. You can, well, oh shit, I forgot to explain the wet install. Well, anyways, the wet install is the same exact thing as what you did. Once you peel it up, you take your paper out. You then take your, once you get it up and you pull your paper out and you're holding the rest of it up, once the paper is dropped, you're holding it up. Now you spray the back of the image, and then you spray the area that it's sticking to, and do the same thing you did, except now this time you have to go over it very thoroughly and make sure all the water is out before you go ahead and peel your transfer tape. all the water has to be out of there. Actually, after you squeegee it, I'd let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes. And with that being said, on that type of install, I would definitely soak this before you peel it. Like now, I don't have to because it's a wall. Sometimes I still do, depending if I don't think it's gonna stick enough or whatever. But you can soak the transfer tape. And what that does is it loosens the release agent, or the adhesive on the back of this. It kind of like retards the process, and it releases it from the vinyl graphic, which makes it easier to remove from the wall. I know I'm all over the place, I'm horrible at explaining shit, I'm sorry. So now's the fun part. Start from the top and do a very sharp peel. Okay, you want to keep it flat. What I like to do is pull it and push down, so I know I'm pushing down on the image as well, to keep it from coming up. I'll get the corner started, and then I'll move over to that. This way here, I can get a nice, even peel. This to me is the fun part, because you get to see your project in its entirety when with no bubbles. And you just keep peeling nice and slow. There's no rush. You'll notice there's not one air bubble in here. It's the easiest way possible. And again, I'll make a video with the center hinge for vinyl that's longer than it is higher, like such as the one down here that you can't see. And that's it, guys. It's just that easy. As long as you follow those directions, as choppy as they were and as shitty as I explained them, you'll be able to install vinyl just like this yourself. It's not hard. Once you learn the little tricks and secrets, then you'll be able to perform and install as clean and as crisp as this is. There's not one air bubble in there, and it took me 5 minutes to install. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Those 3 things are very, very important. If you dislike the video, hit dislike. I don't care. It still helps out. So that's it. If you guys need any vinyl work or anything like that, email me at smcustoms14@gmail.com, and I will get right back to you. I'm a little backed up right now, so shipping is a little longer than expected. I've got a lot of stuff to ship out between all the giveaways and everything, so I'm handling a lot of that tomorrow. So hit me up, and I will get back to you. I have a couple people that are on the list to go first that have been waiting for like 2 weeks, so I have to get them shipped out tomorrow. There you go.